my perspective, the ERA theft prevention guide is particularly valuable for rental companies because it addresses one of the most costly and disruptive issues in the equipment rental industry, or theft of machinery and tools. I think there are 5 reasons why it's worth their time to dive into it. It's first of all is the financial impact mitigation. Equipment can lead to significant financial losses, not only from the cost of replacing stolen assets, but also from the loss of rental revenue during downtime. And, the guide provides best practices to reduce theft risk, with directly protects profitability, of course. And second is the practical industry-specific advice. It includes practical insights, protocols, and technology suggestions that are easy to implement in this. And the third topic that makes it worth their time is the compliance and insurance benefits. Following recognized theft prevention standards can also help companies meet insurance requirements and potentially lower premiums in this matter. But also demonstrating proactive measures can also strengthen claims if theft occurred, of course. The fourth point is reputation and customer trust. Preventing theft ensures reliable availability of equipment, which improves customer satisfaction. That's what it's all about in rental. And a strong security policy signals professionalism and responsibility to clients, of course. Emerging threats and solutions. This guide is updated with the latest threats, such as GPS tracking. But also, rental companies stay ahead of evolving tactics by reviewing those insights. So, in short, reviewing the ERA guide is an investment in risk reduction, operational continuity, and cost savings. It's not just about preventing theft; it's about safeguarding the rental company's bottom line and reputation.
What we needed to do as ERA and as the technical committee was to provide useful, easy to implement steps to prevent theft. As John's already covered adequately, the element is that the risk is for everyone, whether that be financial, whether that be reputational. Giving these steps as very basic in some ways, but just to remind customers and hirers of assets that you might have an expensive bit of kit that it could be targeted on your site. So protecting it like you would if it was a personal possession is key. So the reason the ERA technical committee redid this guidance, and I'm keen to say reviewed it, because we had guidance from 14 years ago, is an update, and a lot of it is because technologies change. So as we covered before, there's more technology available for protecting theft, whether that be telematics, GPS tracking, asset marking, for example, is products that we wanted to review and make sure were made available, but also just redoing that basic steps like mechanical guards, chains, locks, padlocks. Simple site security can really prevent an opportunist thief possibly walking away. And I appreciate we do get targeted by organised criminals in our area and in our industry. And by taking these steps, I think, and renewing these steps, we can protect our assets a bit better on site, as well as within our depots as well. So I think it was just a modernisation of existing guidance. There's very few new bits in there, but those new bits are normally technically led.
Especially also in a period when economics are a little bit down and or growth is less. Theft is always a coming top. So when the market is down, theft is going up. That's the way it is. So when we were together with the technical committee, that was 2 years ago, we also already saw that trend was coming. We said, hey, let's redo this. Let's create awareness again, because theft will come up in the next coming years. And that's also what we saw. So it was perfect timing.
I think timing there, John, just to build on that, we're recording this just as we're going into the winter kind of shutdown periods for some of our territories. I think it's really interesting with the darker nights. Theft typically is on the increase. It's easier for criminals to get on site. It's easier to get machines under the cover of darkness. So it's very timely that we share this guidance and make sure customers, rental companies, hirers are reviewing that information.
Awareness to be on top of mind. So I think it should be a part of a new employees onboarding ship training. We teach to everybody on a reoccurring basis, because when it's out of your mind, it's shipped away. When you don't have theft in your area or whatsoever, it's out of focus. And So everybody can use this prevention guide as a base for internal education. And in addition, we also created toolboxes that can be very handful or helpful also for customers to just for small awareness sessions. It shouldn't be training for hours and hours, but you can raise simple practical topics within 5 minutes of time. So it's reoccurring, just telling and show practices. That's how they should use it, as well the rental companies as their customers.
I think just to add to that, one of the areas we've been really keen on is because of our diverse industry, we've tried to translate it into as many languages as possible, but also provide a lot more imagery within the guide. So just, the picture paints 1,000 words is the famous saying, but is there images of what best practice looks like? What does good look like? And those fall into that toolbox talk that John's alluding to as well. So we're hoping that this will be a kind of a document to talk around. The toolbox tools will be used on site to deliver the message. But as John said, it's a 10-minute kind of dedication of time and focus rather than hours of training, so to speak. We just want people to pick up those practical points and make sure they reflect on safe storage and asset protection on site. Unfortunately, there is still a lot of theft in the industry, and what we now need to do as experts within our industry is work with local authorities, national associations, and other organisations on how we potentially recover stolen assets if they can be found. So the assumption here is we're absolutely working with or working on a project, should I say, that's actually going to look at better management of stolen assets between territories and between geographies. I think that's the key next step that we found, and a lot of the feedback we had was, yeah, that's great, and it's good that we can implement these changes on site. Now, what happens if I do have something stolen, and what should I do? And that's going to have some very specific regional guidance in there. I'm based in the UK, we have some specific requirements of how we report stolen assets versus John may be based in his countries and territories. So we need to make sure we're following suit with this local agility, but also with governance, that if assets are leaving our borders, how do we get them back? Again, aligning the benefits of working as an industry as a group rather than individually. So that's, I suppose, the next bit for us to come.
I think especially on this point, we as an European Rental Association, we also have the power to change things on that behalf, on local law, or as countries working together, as police forces or Interpol or whatsoever. We have the voice for all those rental companies and also those small rental companies in those countries to improve this. So yeah, great. Nice step forward, and it's like Matt already addressed. It's a continuous way of working forward to improve this. Things will come up next year, new stuff, and the year after. So we will keep on reviewing this theft prevention guide, and we'll add definitely in the future new appendices to help rental companies and also their customers to then be even better than they are now today.
Absolutely.